I finally figured out what was wrong with my foundation creasing and whatnot, so I'm gonna show y'all. This is the primer that I use. It's the same primer that I've been using for what, 3 years now? It's sticky, it glides on like skincare, and it works. Then I'm going to put on this NARS foundation. Now, typically I will bronze tour or underpaint before my foundation, but I decided to give this a try because I figured if my foundation keeps creasing, there must be a reason. And applying it first is going to help me figure out if it's my foundation or any other products. So I'm tapping this in. The tapping motions allow me to get the highest coverage possible from the product. And as you can see, it's a pretty good match. I'm going to follow that up with this Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. This is in the shade 500C, and I use that to bronze tour on top of my foundation. Now, one thing I did realize is I used to do my makeup in this order: foundation, then all of my other products. But I switched up, and that was working for me for a long time. My skin said, try something else, sis. And so that's where we're at now. Then I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Concealer, and that's the shade 21W. I'm also going to use number 14, I believe. I think that's 14. It's either 14 or 13 from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going to use the Set and Refresh spray from Milk on top of that. Now, this is not something I've ever done, using a setting spray or a refreshing spray in between my layers, but this is something that I do on my clients as a makeup artist. So essentially what this does is it gives your products a little bit more help staying on, and depending on what kind of setting spray you're using, it will make them set very quickly. So you want to make sure that you're blending them out. I opted for using my makeup brush to blend out these products instead of my beauty blender because, again, I'm testing to see what's the difference, what's going to cause me to have creasing. Then I followed up with this Huda Beauty powder. This is the only powder that I have right now, and the One Size Puff, so I'm using it. Typically, I like to use the Laura Mercier loose setting powder in the shade Translucent. That is my favorite powder, but I'm giving this one a try again because I'm trying to figure out what's causing the problem. As it turned out, it was not the powder, praise Jah. So I put it underneath my eyes and I put it on my jawline because even though this shade match is pretty darn close, it's still slightly off because I'm not as tan. I'm going to follow that up with some cream blush. Y'all know how much I love cream blush. And this one is from One Size. I think it's called Rich Bitch, like BETCH. Y'all don't come for me. I'm not cussing, I swear. That's just the name of the product. And I blend that out on my cheekbone. I do it a little bit underneath my eyes, and I also go into my eyeshadow with my blush. I'm going to follow that up with this Hush Tone blush from MAC Cosmetics. I just like this because it gives more dimension. And then I'm using the Kaleidos Cosmetics product. So this is a contouring palette of theirs, and I use the shade that's in the middle to just emphasize my contour around my eyes and the top of the bridge of my nose, because I'm into that, darling. I don't like to make my nose look skinnier per se, but I do like to make it look more defined because otherwise it's just flat. I'm using this highlighter from Aether Beauty. These are so cool, y'all, because the highlighter is actually made from lab diamonds instead of, I think the word is mica and stuff like that. So it's earth friendly, girl. And then last but not least, I'm going to follow this up with, again, another round of setting spray. Y'all, honestly, I did not think that this would work for me, but I was delightfully surprised. I've tested this out on, like, I think I want to say 4 or 5 times now, and I haven't had any creasing in my smile lines, even hours later. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.